Okay, welcome back to Steven Blogs, and today this is day 2, and I'll be doing Pathos. Uh, and today I will be doing the character Alexander Hamilton again, and I will be talking about how he uses pathos in order to get the feelings of his listeners riled up. In the first song, Right Hand Man, this is like the feeling of like at first like hopelessness because it talks about how like when they surrounded our troops, they surrounded our troops. So they're telling about that like right now in the war that they're having like trouble, that they're on the losing side right now. And then like when George Washington appears, he even admits this himself that like he tells like the audience that like even he thinks that they could lose, that that even though that they put like him like on a very high pedestal, that like he's really good. However, like any like success that may have appeared like in the beginning of this revolution has now started to flee, and that he's starting to doubt his own self. And then he realizes that he may need to have like his own right hand man, which is goes into the title of this song. And so then Alexander Hamilton, just like he isn't like affiliated with Washington yet, but he decides to take his own step, and then decides to just steal the cannons of the British in order to become a detriment to them. And then George Washington sees this as a last ray of hope. So he makes Hamilton his second in command, his right hand man, and that shows like how that the hope is once again restored. That these folks were once like depressed, that they could really lose that the fight that they picked, but now that Hamilton has become the right hand man, that success may be a possibility. Now for the second song that I'll be choosing, which will be Helpless, when I feel like this isn't like a revolutionary feeling, but this reminds us that these historical figures also are regular people, and this reminds us of like the love that a person can have. Because in this one, it talks about the meeting between Hamilton and Elizabeth Schuyler. It talks about how like they look at each other, and that like when Elizabeth looks into his eyes, his beautiful eyes, that she becomes drowned in them, that she sees the beauty in them, and she just feels so helpless like in his gaze. And this just reminds the reader, that or the listener, that these people are loved, that there is also love where there is war, that there's not just the cruel happening of a war, that there's also that love could also spring from it. Because Hamilton also says that if it takes fighting a war for us to meet, it will have been worth it, which is kind of romantic, saying that he's glad that this war has happened because he was able to meet this lady that he really likes, and in the end he marries him. He marries her in the next song, Satisfied, where it says, to the groom, to the bride. So they got married, which is really a good thing for them. And it shows that, once again, that something good can happen from something terrible. And that'll be it for today. For day 2, I'll see you guys tomorrow.